Holy shit. He said what?
Iconic comedy show, the puppet Satire spitting image was back, but this time he is being mercilessly, ruthlessly mocked.
If I'm going to succeed in America, I need a lifestyle brand of creams and supplements. Gwyneth Paltrow has Goop, Kourtney Kardashian has Poosh, and Jamie Lee Curtis has Poogert. Now I've got mine, Meg Goo, celebrating the sexy earth goddess in all of us.
Stay with me until the end. I will show the exact spitting image moment that set Meghan off on live TV, the line that sparked the storm, and the one move she still has on the table. We will roll the clip in a moment. Quick setup so it lands. Spitting image is the bold British satire with rubbery puppets and sharp writing that pushes right up to the edge. In this new episode, they go straight at Meghan's drive, her chase for the spotlight, and how tightly she keeps the camera on her. A puppet version of her spins through a glossy world and slices into the brand she has built, and it even brushes the bond she shares with Prince Harry. This is not a friendly roast. It cuts close, pulls out awkward bits the couple usually keeps behind neat walls, and drops them under bright lights. The sketch airs and the reaction is fast. Voices rise, phones light up, and you can feel the tension in the room. She is angry. Not for a second, for real. So the question hanging in the air is simple. What did they say that pushed her past calm, and how does she answer without pouring fuel on it?
Careful, Harry. I spilled some essential oils on the floor.
We will play the hardest punch soon to set the stage. Let me walk you into the room. The parody lands like a full strike. Puppet Meghan powers through her push toward Hollywood. Then the lens slides to the shaky parts of her story with Harry. One beat shows her gliding into Michelle Obama's book event as if the title beside her name should open every door. Then the sting turns toward Harry. The puppet flips a prince into a man asking for roles, as if his name carries no weight at all. The writers do not ease up. Meghan looks hungry for control. Harry drifts at the edge with no clear plan of his own. Years of careful image work meet a loud sketch, and the mask feels loose. You think that was the end of it? Not quite. The next turn digs deeper and makes the crowd lean forward so they do not miss a word.
Or following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't barf on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Megs.
I will show why that next turn matters. Give me one step of timeline so the pieces fit. Meghan is not laughing. Talk of her asking for an apology is already moving, which tells you the hit connected. The roast does more than stir drama. It lifts the curtain and shows a version of Meghan people say they have not seen this directly. The Harry puppet keeps the rhythm. He is not the old headline hero. He looks like a man trying to matter, while the power of his title fades day by day. One joke shows him pitching Meghan for a small film, practically pleading with the director for a chance. Hold that picture because there is a reason the room gasps. It mirrors that red carpet clip where Harry chatted with the Disney boss about voice work for Meghan. The puppet flips that cringe into a clean comedy win and makes him look blind to how thin the options are while she keeps the steering wheel. You might expect them to stop there. They do not. They turn his place in the line of succession into a steady drumbeat, and the way they frame it changes how you see every other scene.
Ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorites.
All right, I've finished my clippy. Where it says signature, do I put the royal seal?
That's not necessary, Mr. Of Wales. I see here that your previous career was in realty.
Royalty, but it wasn't a career. My wife's got a Netflix empire. Who doesn't?
We will get to the sharpest jab in a second. Take in this image first because it locks the point. Harry's puppet keeps groaning about being fifth in line to the throne, as if that is the worst fate anyone could have. The number is not the real joke. The power shift is the point. The puppet knows it is only a puppet, a side character inside someone else's plan. On screen, it feels like Meghan sets the plays, from press hits to next steps, while Harry tries to keep up behind her. It stings, it feels honest, and it still gets a laugh because the writing is crisp. The message is plain. He is not just a prince, he is a puppet, and the strings are easy to see. Then the cut goes deeper. He chats with Paddington Bear about wild party years and risky habits, grinning like they were trophies. That smacks the image of a middle-class rebel who wanted perks without the rules. You think the gag is done. Instead, they nudge you toward a bigger thought. If this is the frame, who truly runs the day-to-day at home? And what does that do to the story they have been selling?
So Pads, tell me, everyone knows you're the bear who likes to shower. What's the secret to your eternal personal glow?
Well, Harry, I'm glad you asked me that. As you know, I'm a huge fan of South American product.
Is it Colombian?
No, 100% Peruvian, biodynamic, organic, catastrophic,
Yes, I've tried it, and the results were incredible.
96% of people who watch these videos don't subscribe. Don't be one of them. If this hit you, subscribe so the truth doesn't get buried. I will give you the take on that. Let me point to the clue that slips past most people. The show makes Harry's trouble look self-made. He seems stuck in his own fog, slow to accept that the title no longer switches by itself. The fifth in line bit is more than a joke. It shows how out of touch he can look when he asks for pity instead of using his platform to get real work done. The mirror hurts. Respect thins out. The laughs grow louder. Now we draw the larger picture that has been building since the start. Meghan and Harry do not look equal in power. Puppet Meghan smiles on the surface while she runs the board behind the scenes. She maps the press. She picks the stages. She times the drops. He waits for the nod. In the sharpest moment, she manages him like a new hire while he fumbles through a storm she set in motion. That feels like the answer, and we will keep it in mind. Yet there is one more layer that hits the rebel story they share and flips the angle again.
Meghan, this new Netflix show I'm producing for you is gonna be huge. Tell Eldon all about it.
It's about a beautiful young swan, but no one treats her like the beautiful swan she is until season 2 when everyone apologizes to her.
We will name that point in a moment. Quick reset so the next part lands. Meghan is not just a partner in this tale. She is the driver. Harry trails like a quiet sidekick while she chases reach, money, and control across shows, podcasts, and glossy interviews. The sketch does not tease their marriage. It pulls apart the idea of shared power. She holds the cards. He looks like the puppet. Then they take aim at the story the couple repeats. They call themselves freedom seekers who want quiet and calm, yet they cash in on that tale again and again. Here is where the satire bites. Harry complains about a system that gave him money, access, and a microphone from the start. Meghan stands strong in public, yet leans on titles and big moments that do not match calls for privacy. The show cuts through the brand and shows how much of it looks like a plan to sell a saga. They stepped out of the palace, yet the money moves still circle the crown. From streaming series to book deals and paid stages, it looks less like distance and more like a new empire built on attention. You might think that wraps it up. One last pass brings the everyday pattern into focus and sets up the final reveal you came for.
Hey, it's the husband formerly known as Prince. Any luck getting a job?
Oh, they had me driving for Uber Eats, but there were too many damn rules. Don't touch the food. Don't taste the food. Drive on the road.
I'm sorry, Rowdy Reddy.
I will point to the target now. Watch how this pattern repeats in plain sight. The royal rebels look stuck in the very lights they say they cannot stand. They ask for quiet, then race back onto the stage. They did not leave the show. They built their own set and turned daily life into content you can scroll. The puppets keep it simple. Meghan plans the next show, the next post, the next project, while promising a private world at the same time. Harry's puppet reaches for freedom, then signs the next deal that puts him right back in view. The twist is clear, and it tightens the picture. They brand themselves as pushed around by the machine, yet every step keeps them front and center. The deals stack. The headlines keep coming. They take aim at the crown while standing on the platform the crown gave them. Now ask the one thing that matters before we roll that final clip. If attention is the fuel that keeps this going, what happens when the light becomes a cage they cannot step out of? And what single line made that cage feel real on live TV?
I've tried every career there is. Prince, Hitler, maybe I'm just not qualified for anything.
That's not true. You're a great husband, a good-hearted man. You've got big, muscular teeth.
Thanks, Meg. And I guess now I'm qualified for this. Unemployment!
We will play that line in a moment. First, let me pull the last frame together so it sticks. In one ruthless beat, Meghan's puppet polishes her brand like a crown, while Harry's puppet stumbles from one mess he made to the next. The Great Escape did not bring freedom. It built a glitter cage where every choice is watched, cut, and sold to the crowd. The message is clear. They traded steady palace ground for a constant need to be seen. Big money deals, streams of interviews, new projects timed to trend. The spotlight calls, and they keep saying yes. They present as activists and truth tellers, yet the steps point to a story built to sell. The engine is not change, it is image, powered by tight edits, tidy press plans, and clever timing that lands on cue. The cycle is set. Promote, react, repeat, then start again. Yes, they left the palace. No, they did not leave the stage. Now the line everyone is quoting. That on-air tag about Harry asking for roles and Meghan expecting special access is the spark fans say crack the room, and it is likely what set her off. That is the beat you came for. The next chapter from Spitting Image is already brewing. The full breakdown is ready. Click the video on the right to keep watching. Up next, we map 3 paths through the Meghan controversies, spotlight the single pivot that can turn backlash into momentum.